Good morning, second graders. Today is Friday, April 24th, and it is week 4, day 5 in our instructional packets. So we'll go through our learning targets and go through the worksheets together. There's a couple of things I just wanted to talk about, and you will be on your way. Okay, so let's do our quick review of our learning targets for the week. So reading and writing. Don't forget, for reading and writing this week, we are doing the same. I can use my spelling patterns to read and write, and your spelling pattern this week is the OI, O-I sound, or O-Y, the OI sound. And for writing, you're working on your poetry. And for math, we are working on fluently adding and subtracting within 20. Okay, and then using what you know with 3-digit numbers that are hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, and then for today, for your math worksheets, you're going to be practicing some measuring too. So that's a little different than what's in our learning target. So just be ready for that. Okay, so let's go to our first worksheet in reading. Today is day 5, so it's our last one for the week. So it says, do you hear oi? So all you have to do is look at the picture. Like the first word is a hammer. First picture in the top is hammer. So if you hear the oi sound, you circle the OI right here. If you do not hear the oi sound, then you circle no or not oi. Okay? Go through and do each one of those pictures. All right, so let's go to poetry. Oh, sorry, one more. Vocabulary practice worksheet on the next page, so my bad. You have 2 reading worksheets for today. So your vocabulary practice page, all you need to do is pick 2 vocabulary words. You can use some words that are from our list, like our ABC order list, or just go back through the worksheets that we've done this week and pick 2 words that you want to use in this last worksheet. So write a sentence using the word and draw a picture to match the sentence. So if I go back to my ABC order list here, I could pick the word coin. Okay, I might pick the word coin. And so I would write the vocabulary word right here. I would write the word coin here, and then I would write a sentence like, I found a coin on the ground. And then I would draw a picture of me finding a coin on the ground. Okay, so then I would do that again. Down here, maybe I would use the word noise. I could say there was a lot of noise, and I might draw a picture of me somewhere where it was noisy. Okay, that's not too tricky. You can do it. All right, let's go to poetry. So your poem this week is Silly Baboon, or for today, sorry. Your poem for today is Silly Baboon, and it's right here. Okay, so read that poem first, and then go back and do the lesson plan. So your lesson plan, these are the questions you're going to answer about the poem today. After reading the poem, Silly Baboon, answer these questions. So do you agree that the baboon is a silly baboon in this poem? Do you think he's the silly one? Why do you think that? How do you know this is a nonsense poem? So maybe a poem that maybe wouldn't really happen. And what questions would you ask the baboon? And use questions that begin with how, why, when, where, and what to help you answer or ask questions. Okay, and then read the poem again and focus on the word planet. So what are some other planets besides Mars? Think about that. Okay, then reading the poem again, you're going to focus on periods, commas, exclamation marks, question marks, any of the punctuation marks that you notice, circle them or point them out, and then read it again using their correct pace. Don't read too fast, not too slow. Use emphasis, use excited voice if you need to, or a sad voice or a slower voice. Read the poem again with expression. Okay, and then your phonics and phonemic awareness section right here. You are going to read the poem again and write the words Mars and far. So underline the AR sound, which is R, in each word. So what other words do you know that have an R sound? Okay, so just make a list or maybe talk about it. Like I think of the word car or star or arbitrary. That's a big one. Clap the words baboon, planet, sky, somewhere, and far. So how many syllables can you hear in each one of those words? And then hold up the number of fingers or for how many syllables. So baboon, right? Okay, I did the first one for you. Then the creating section, like all week, you are going to read it one more time and clap the sound or clap the poem, make a song or rap or do a dance to be creative. Okay. Oop. All right, so let's go to our math worksheets that I said were with measuring. Now, there's a lot of things to measure on this page. Okay, so some families might not have a ruler handy. If you don't have a ruler, all you need to do is have an online device. That might be the tricky part. If you have an online device, though, and you don't have a ruler at your house, you can search Google. I just searched Google, and I searched online ruler. And it gave me, there's some ads on this page, but it gave me a ruler that I can use and hold my paper up next to. So I can measure anything using this ruler that's on the side. This is a free online ruler, and it's accurate because it tells me that that's the size of my screen, and based on my size of the screen, this is how big the ruler should be, and it's an accurate ruler. That's one way to do it. If it's hard for you to use an online ruler, you could maybe figure out using a sheet of paper. You could create a ruler using a sheet of paper with tracing online, or you can print a ruler off online as well. There's tons of free online rulers resources out there. So just ask a parent if you don't have one handy and you don't know where one is. Okay, so once you have your ruler, it says, use a ruler to measure the length of the piece of tape in inches. What is the length of the tape? So all you're doing is measuring that object right there, that rectangle. Number 2, you're measuring that pencil. Number 3, you're going to measure the length of the shoe, and then measure the fish in centimeters, and you're using inches and centimeters. So just make sure that you get a little bit of practice with both of those. And then again, you're using the ruler to figure out how many inches is this line and how many centimeters is this line. How many inches is this rectangle? How many centimeters is that rectangle? And then number 7, you're going to answer this question. For problem 6, did you write different numbers for the length in inches and the length in centimeters? And try to explain why that is. Why do you get a different number for inches and centimeters? They're not the same. Talk about why that is. Okay? All right. So those are your worksheets for the week, and next week is week 5, our final week for the instructional packets. You guys have been doing such a good job, and I'm so proud of you. It's a brand new thing that you all are doing very, very gracefully and doing very, very well. I'm proud of you. So we'll see each other very, very soon. Next week, our next Zoom meeting will be on Wednesday at 10 a.m. and we will probably be doing our game session. So we're going to be doing a game Zoom meeting. All right, so let me know always if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Bye, guys.